Ladies and gentlemen, our first storyteller tonight for the theme Love Hurts, John Knowles.
It's August 25th, 1999, Herald Park Hotel. My comedy troupe has just finished what's called Prozac. We've just done the last ever night at Herald Park Hotel before it gets demolished. It's a sad but very elated night because it was a great show. And I'm stealing a poster off the wall to commemorate the night. And then I walk into the bistro, and this guy with a balaclava goes, "Get down on the floor," because it's obviously a comedian playing a gag. So I go, "Ooh, man of mystery." And then I look down, and I see my fiancée, Renelle, on the floor face down, and she's got a sawn-off shotgun pointed at her head. And okay, so every good story has a start, a middle, and an end. So let's go back to the beginning. So the beginning, all right. So I'm at a party, my friend Ewan's, and I'm standing in the kitchen, waiting for the sausage rolls to come out of the oven, and this cute, dark-haired girl with funky glasses comes up to me and says, "I'm Renelle. Hold my drink. I have to pee." Now, maybe you wouldn't do that today. I don't know. You guys, I don't know. But I hold her drink, and when she comes back, we start chatting. Then we're sitting on the floor, cross-legged, knee to knee. 3 hours later, I find out that Renelle Knowles is Renelle Knowles now, Renelle Ford then, is a teacher. And that's a spoiler, isn't it? And she's a jazz singer, and she's one of 16 kids. Yeah, 16 Fords. She's right at the end of the Ford production line. Anyway, we talk and laugh, and then we say goodbye, share numbers, and she goes home and she tells her mother, "I've just met the guy that I'm going to marry." And okay, so then flash forward. So 2 years later, we're on a stage much like this, actually at the Kirk down the road. And I've got her helping me in a sketch, a comedy sketch. And what I've designed is like all these cardboard cutout big speech bubbles. So put them up, and so we don't talk. We just hold them up, and that's the sketch. But right in the middle, I surprise her, and I hold up one that says, "Renelle, will you marry me?" And suddenly a scream goes out, and it's her 9 sisters. And she's looking for one. She finds one. It's the only one she can find that sort of fits. And she goes, it says, "Yes, but I have allergies." She thought I was never going to propose, but I'd been paying off that ring for 6 months. Now that same diamond ring is now clutched in her hand, being hidden because she's laying on the floor of the Herald Park, hoping that they don't take it or cut her hand off or whatever. The guy turns to me and he says, "Get on the floor or I'll blow your head off." So I drop to the tiles, and for some reason, I lie face up. Was I worried I was going to miss something? So Balaclava Boy starts playing with my face with his sawn-off shotgun, knocking it back and forth. And I'm trying to see Renelle, because I'm worried, and he puts the gun in my mouth. And okay, they don't kill us. They steal the money, but they don't kill us. Well, actually, do they? All right. So Renelle always says that the best thing about our relationship is that we find the funny. We can laugh about anything, our foibles, anything that goes wrong in our life, we find a way to laugh, which is wonderful because she's a great laugher. Now, there are a lot of things in life not to laugh about, but we find a way. So let's skip forward. Right, so we get married. We have our big crazy wedding, and then suddenly things aren't the same. Renelle's acting very different. She's drawing away from me, pulling away from me, and we're not talking as much. And something's weird since the holdup. And I can't talk to her, and then we're not touching, and then we're not speaking. Now we're strangers. And eventually I say to her, "Renelle, do you love me?" And she says, "I don't know." So I walk out of the house. And I wander around Dulwich Hill crying for 2 hours. And I come back and I say, I'm going back to Canada for a month, and if you don't want to be married to me, just don't be here when I get back. So I go to Canada, and I see my dad, my cowboy dad, and he says, Johnny, let me tell you something. That Renelle, she's a class act. If she can fix it, she's gonna. And if she can't, it's not your fault. Cut your losses. I'm gutted. But I get back on the plane, and I come back to Australia, and I'm at the airport, and I'm walking in. I'm thinking, okay, so which books are hers and which books are mine, and how many boxes do I need? And then I see at the gate, there's this cute, dark-haired girl with funky glasses, and she's holding a big cardboard speech bubble that says, John, I do love you. And so 24 years later, 14, forget that, 24 years later, and 4 kids later, should throw them in, everything's bliss. And I still, my heart still revs when she walks into the room. But 6 months ago, she was diagnosed with incurable cancer. So we're having trouble finding the funny. But we still laugh a lot. And, well, good stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end. I just want middle. I'm afraid of the end.